All right, so a little bit different format today. I'm going to be reviewing a couple of YouTube short videos, and they're going over the whole Section 8 issue. One from the landlord's perspective and the other one from the tenant's perspective. So as you know, they're trying to make cuts to the program, and I'm all for it, okay? I believe that the Section 8 program is bloated. There's a bunch of people abusing the system, and when I show the video from the tenant's perspective, you'll really see that, they are manipulating it so that they can take advantage of the entitlement as much as possible. It's really ridiculous when you think about it. So before I get into the videos, go ahead, hit the like, subscribe button, maybe leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. So are you for or against the proposed cuts to the Section 8 program? So like they're proposing a 2-year time limit. They're proposing, this for the people who are able-bodied. And I agree with it. Okay, I don't think that there's people who are able-bodied who should be on these entitlement programs for their entire lives. Now, as a landlord, what do you think of Section 8 tenants? That's the other question. And, the video from the landlord here, it kind of goes over the same perspective that I have. I mean, when he talks, it's like you're hearing it from me, okay? But it's not me, okay? So anyway, put a comment in the comment section down below and let me know what you think. And let's go ahead and get into the first video. And I'm going to play the landlord video first because, obviously we can relate more to what this landlord is saying. So let's get into it.
I have many Section 8 tenants, okay? I can tell you a couple things about them. Number one, they are going to beat the crap out of your property. Let's just talk about who the Section 8 tenant is. This is somebody who's subsidized on government housing. Generally speaking, 100% of their assistance is paid by the United States government. Guaranteed by the United States government, right? A lot of times, if they do have a little bit that they have to pay, they won't pay it. You won't collect that money from them. So when you get something for free, imagine you give your kids something for free, you don't value it. So
yeah, and this is basically the same thing that I experienced when I had a Section 8 tenant, okay? The tenant wasn't paying their portion of the rent. They were very, very rough with my property, and they didn't care. Okay, they just tearing the place apart. Like the lie is that, oh, well, they're going to be these great tenants. They're going to treat the property great because they're afraid of losing their voucher. And it's just not the truth. At least not from my perspective and not from the perspective of this landlord either. But let me continue with the video.
Do you think that they value their house? The answer is no. The other rumor here is that these people will stay in your houses forever. Once they beat the crap out of your house, the best thing and the most exciting thing that these people have to do, and if you're on Section 8, I apologize, but the most exciting thing that these people have to do in their lives is go and move into a new house.
And I experienced this as well, okay? Section 8 tenant did not stay in the property for any longer than a regular tenant would. And I've actually had some regular tenants who stayed in for an extremely long amount of time. One that's been in my property since 2018. Okay? But the Section 8 tenants, they move in and out every year or two, just like all the other tenants. So I didn't get the benefit that they were talking about. Oh, well, these tenants will stay in there because they're so afraid of losing their voucher and they don't want to lose their good house, whatever. Okay, whatever. They didn't seem to care about that.
Right? Like, they don't want to stay in your crappy rental property, your turnkey rental that's now beat up by them and their children and their kids and their family members. They don't want to stay there for the rest of their life. I have had tenants that have been in my properties for years. Yep, 15 years, one person. Great tenant, cash paying tenant, not Section 8, pays their rent on time, and they take care of the property like its own because they put their own money into it.
And yeah, that's very, very similar to what I believe. I mean, almost the same. Okay. And yeah, my long-term tenants, they do, they will do repairs on their own to my property. They'll customize it almost like it's their house. Okay. And they know it's not their house. So they're not doing major stuff. But, at the same time, Section 8 tenants tearing my place apart. So yeah, I choose not to allow Section 8 tenants into my properties anymore. And I don't think it's a good idea as a small mom and pop landlord especially to rely upon Section 8 tenants, to rely upon the government to make money, okay? But that's the perspective coming from me as a landlord and from the landlord in this YouTube short video, right? But I have another video as well, and it's talking about the tenant's perspective, okay? And let me get into this video and let you know what I think. And I'm not going to interrupt this video because I want you to hear the whole thing from this tenant.
Can I get Section 8 quick? Well, getting Section 8 is really, really hard. Get it, they'll never get off. And I don't blame them. But what you want to do is you want to find an open wait list. Like, this is a list of Section 8 wait lists that are currently open. And you want to apply to get on their wait list. Now, to speed up the process of them choosing you, you want to complete what's called an ASPDAT. When you complete an ASPDAT, it lets every wait list that you're on know that you are currently homeless, and it moves you to the top of the wait list. Doing this is absolutely free. They do have a point system. Now, once you get picked for Section 8, it does not matter where it is. Anywhere in the United States, you can port to another place. You can move to Hawaii, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, Florida, Colorado, Fort Lauderdale. Just pick a list that's open. This one in Florida is about to open soon. Pick a list that's open, get on it. S&P.
So, now, when you hear this, right, this is a person and she's trying to explain to people how to get Section 8 quick. And what she says is, hey, apply for any open wait list anywhere in the country. Okay? Just pretend like, hey, I'm living here, so I'm going to put my name on this wait list. So when you look at these, you know, and you hear about these people who've been on wait lists for years on end, that's how they're doing it. Okay? They're putting themselves on wait lists all over the country trying to get their voucher. And then she tells people to basically lie and claim that you're homeless so that you get put on the top of the wait list. And then after you get approved, let's say that I put myself on the wait list in Florida, right? After I get approved, or after I get on the wait list in Florida, right? Then I tell them, oh yeah, I'm homeless. So they move me to the top of the list. Then I get approved, right? And I port it back to where I live here in Omaha, Nebraska. So I don't even have to move. And now I have a Section 8 voucher here. Okay? It's all a scam. It's all a scam. They're giving instructions on how to scam the government so that you can get your voucher. And I can't stand this crap, okay? So yes, let's make those cutbacks. Yes, let's kick people off of this program, and I'm absolutely sick of it, okay? And I saw a third video. I didn't record the video, right? But it was about this lady, and basically she was saying, no, you don't have to have kids to get Section 8. No, you don't have to have kids to get Section 8, right? But I have a high expectation of people who are not physically disabled, not mentally disabled, not elderly, right? I have a high expectation of you to be able to support yourself. Now, if you fall on hard times temporarily and that helps you get back on your feet, fine, okay? Fine. But I have a huge problem when you're telling me that, oh, yep, I'm 20 years old, I got my Section 8 voucher, right? Probably using the systems that this other lady described, right? I have no kids, I have nobody to support but myself, but I want the government, I want the taxpayers to pay my rent for me. Well, I got a huge problem with that, okay? And that's why I continue to make videos like this. But what do you think? Go ahead and put a comment in the comment section down below.